Hey, Max here. So, we're going to do a beginner's guide to Madden Ultimate Team 24. Things have changed, updated, but if you're a beginner, you don't know. So, we're going to go through each of the things at the top, the R1 buttons to go across all these screens, what you can safely ignore, what you're going to want to play, all that kind of things in this video. If you're looking for a scheme, go ahead and become a channel member of this channel. I got ebooks there. We have the spread out right now, and there'll be defenses and stuff coming on their way here shortly, but let's go through it right now. Obviously, when you boot into MUT, they'll have you do some solos, have you do these things, build some team under your lineup right there. So we're gonna get and circle back to the lineup later. I think a lot of people want to know like what they should do first in the game. I recommend kind of just going through the menus to take a look at them. One thing I will say, big thing that like it took me a while to get this year, is like when you go on the live events up here, from play to live events, you're gonna want to focus on field passes this year. And you're going to see like, oh yeah, view field pass is triangle right there. But like, there's many field passes, okay? So you have to hit L2 to get there. And you can go through different field passes. Because once you're in the field passes, at least at this moment, you can't really navigate between them. So depending on what program's out at the time, right now, Headliners is live, but that's gone in 42 days. Season 1, competitive, that kind of stuff. Ultimate preseason. You can then view those field passes. I've already maxed out my ultimate preseason. Headliners is right here, and then you can either click X to go into the objectives. But basically, a lot of what you can be doing in MUT are doing these objectives to grind up for your field pass and trying to get the rewards through the field pass tokens and going up this way. So that's a big focus of what MUT is this year, are these field passes. So make sure you're kind of aware of them. And depending on what you're looking to do, challenges, solos, and stuff, we'll get to those in a bit. You're going to kind of want to know the stats you're going to chase. I think it's okay if you just ignore this all right away, because just playing the game and doing the solos and stuff, I think is enough, okay? Because a lot of these things are just stats you're going to be doing, and depending on how much time you have, you get a lot of time to do that. So, you know, this is like 40 days left. Ultimate Team, you know, you get your dailies and everything you can do too by navigating through these. So you can basically ignore them if you want, and the stats will accumulate on their own. A few things you're going to want to look at, though, right away with a field pass, if you are playing online head-to-head. I know a lot of people don't like playing online head-to-head. If you are, and even if you're just doing solo battles and stuff, I do recommend looking at the competitive pass to see what you need to do on a weekly basis in the comp pass. You know, there's dailies for, you know, it's two different forms of dailies. It's don't ask me. Two different forms, one in the competitive, one in the regular field pass. We have MUT champs. At least I think they're different dailies. Are they not different dailies? That would be strange. But, alright, MUT champs. So these things reset weekly. Now, head-to-head seasons also says reset weekly. Solo battles, weekly. But these milestones, no, it's the whole time, okay? So, these things right here, there is daily, and then these 3 weekly ones, and then one for the whole time. So you can kind of ignore that. But on a weekly basis, you probably want to look at your comp pass and what you need to do for your objectives to get them done in time for the reset on a weekly basis, because the rewards in the comp pass, they're pretty nice, right? From level 12, you get coins, everything, all the way up to these big high overall players further on in the field pass. These take a lot more grinding, and at a certain point it's not worth it. So that's, if you don't want to do it, don't worry about it. Just play MUT how you want, but you really have to maximize all those field passes if you want to, like, no money spent and stuff. So challenges, okay, let's just start way back at the start for what you're gonna do. And this play in the upper left corner, as you see, right, R1, L1. L1 far left is play. So practice mode, if you just want to hang out and practice. Play a friend, again, if you want to play a friend, it just does what it says. MUT draft doesn't offer that good of rewards, but it's fun to just draft a team for free, and they're always free. And then play either someone online or play the computer with that drafted squad. Say you want to try out some cards that you don't have on your MUT squad. House rules rotate fairly frequently, and there'll be different rewards in house rules. Like the rules will change. So it says it right there, unique special rules. Head-to-head is basically seasons and weekend league. We can go into that one. That's kind of where your comp pass is done a lot, along with solo battles. You kind of get a lot, either regular season, all Madden regular seasons. A lot of people believe all Madden regular season plays better, and with quarterback inaccuracies in this regular season, they might not be that far off. So MUT Champions is here too. That'll reset on a weekly basis for your comp passes. So those are your head-to-head game modes. Once you like, I would not jump into head-to-head unless you have a decent team already. Solo battles, you can do those. Those reset every morning on a weekly event. Take on new 4 CPU opponents. So there you go. And then solo challenges are here under challenges, and these things, you know, basically it is as they say, right? Just jump in and do the solos as they say, and you'll get rewards as it say up here. So like there's different reward screens. Here's the headliner reward screen to go along, you know, like you saw on the other one with the other field pass rewards. So multiple places for multiple different rewards as you're leveling up, as you're getting them all in the solos. Okay, so that's kind of your play tab right there. Obviously your unopened packs are right here. Just by going up. Otherwise, in Marketplace, it's there too. So let's go to live events. We kind of went through this. I would just ignore the catalog. That's dumb. Sets, events. Okay, well, don't worry about that as much. So live events, really this tab is just for the objectives because these things are repeated elsewhere. So don't worry about that. All right, so your team lineup, okay? Here's mine right now because I'm currently going through a different YouTube video. So you can be like, why do you have all these 71s? We're doing a spin the wheel squad. I'm halfway through it. So anyways, you can generate best lineup here, change active lineup. You can put abilities on players by going here and upgrading them just by clicking on their card, going into them, putting your 5 training, and then going through your ability slots right here on each card along your binder. Base elites can't get can't get abilities, but other cards can. So that is your lineup. Visuals here is for your uniforms and stuff. Strategy, you know, you'll probably be gifted some strategy maybe on logging in. Here are your playbooks right there. Your coach can give you a bonus there. Very slight though. And then some other strategy cards there. Specialists, don't forget about those for your defensive line. A lot of people ask why my linebacker is different than who I put on my linebacker tab on defense. It's because your specialists for your sub linebackers will be in nickel packages. Same thing with your defensive line will be in nickel, dime packages, that kind of thing. So that's the lineup, how you change your lineup around after getting cards. Your item binder is where just basically all of your cards live, okay? From top to down, you can sort them any way you want, but basically they're sorted in my binder by overall, and then you can obviously just filter through by hitting L2. L2 is used quite a bit in here. Otherwise, here you can filter by quality. You can search the name on them. And then you see at the top right there, you see I can go from my items to sets, to auction house, and then catalogs at the end. And catalog, like I said, is pretty much useless. So it's these 3 screens. What's a nice thing about this game is either you can, once you're like, if you're in an item and say you're looking to sell it, right? Say I want to go to Ed Reed. Either you can hit up on the D-pad on the card and then click through this screen. I don't know why they added this screen. Don't ask me why. It's dumb. But that's EA for you. And then you can go to the market and you can see everyone on. So you can see like, all right, the lowest price one is 15K, but the next one is 16K. Maybe I'll post mine for 16K because that will probably sell here pretty quick because, you know, there's 58 minutes left on those auctions, it said. So you can go that way to it. Otherwise, if you want to also sell a card in your binder, you can just click on it. Well, this is how you sell it, but this is how you can see prices. So that's one way of seeing prices. Otherwise, you can see the prices just on the auction screen of the last few sales. Do you see how there's one at 16.3? So you could probably reliably sell this card at 16.3. So 16.1 is what I'll list it at, listed for an hour, and that will sell. Okay, so that's how you list up cards from your binder. Sets. You see sets at the top again. I'll go back one screen so you can see sets on the main menu. Sets are right here. So we're at item binder. Sets are right here. Sets, if you're just starting the game, you can kind of ignore this. Sets are good profit makers, but you have to do the math. Okay, you have to do the math. Oftentimes when like Legends first come out on Saturdays, the Legend set's sometimes profitable, so you can do that set. Other sets you want to go through, look at the input costs to what you get out and the selling of it, and that's basically what sets are. I'm not going to go too much more into depth in them, but basically, you know, you put in what it asks for and you get out what it says right there on the front. So those are sets, something you can kind of ignore right away before as you become a beginner, and get more into those a little later. The store is obviously where you buy cards from EA at. A little different than the auction house, but this is the store. So it's going to take a while to load because menus are really slow. For some reason, they haven't improved those. I would never buy any pack in this game with one exception. On a daily basis, there will be, and I've already bought it today, there will be a gold player pack for 500 coins. So this gold player for 2,400 comes down to like right here, right behind me. And then the 500 one. So I'd buy that one and sell that. Otherwise, unless you're putting money into this game, which you can, I do myself. If you got like your pre-order bundle, you can go ahead and buy the Elite Starter Team bundle. If you got pre-order points, and you want like an easy like 80 overall team or whatever. Otherwise, yeah, there'll be different offers, and I'll go through them throughout the year. What to spend money on, what not to spend money on, if you want to. But otherwise, you don't need to. You can kind of grind this game out free to play. As long as you're keeping up on your stuff that you're doing, you should be able to build a pretty decent squad. Rename team, MCS, just ignore the MCS, rename team, what you want on the field when you score a touchdown. Marketplace, the store here is the same as the store here. EA puts it twice because it's their way of making revenue. Sets, we went through sets on this screen right here, so we're not going to go back through that. Then the auctions tab. The catalog, like I said, remember, catalog is useless. Just ignore catalog. Auction tab. This is huge. There's a lot of different ways to make coins. I got videos on coin making. Just look at my channel on how to make coins in MUT. But this is basically how you'll be able to find cards. And like you see at the top, you can go back to sets, go back to items. But auction house is basically where everybody else has listed their cards. Always filter down as far as you can. Because otherwise, the auction house only shows 100 items at once. And if those 100 items, like see how the filter says 100 items, that means you're not getting the best deal. Because the newest cards aren't put up on this filter. So if I want, say, a center, if I want to see all of the Creed Humphreys, now there's only 11 86 overall. So I can go Creed or Jason Kelsey here if I want an 86 overall center to see all of them, since it says only 11 found. So that's basically the auction house. You can sort by program. Ignore the chemistry filter. That's kind of like some leftover stuff. It's kind of like the appendix of MUT. It still serves some purpose, but we're not entirely sure. Okay. And then obviously team filter and everything. So that's kind of what MUT is on what you want to do. And again, sets and stuff that make coins, that varies throughout the entire year. Take a look at inputs and outputs frequently because you'll be able to make a lot of coins. And then like other auction house playing. Otherwise, just play the game is fine for coins. That's it. Let me know if you have any questions. Bye.